What is up, everybody? This is Brian, the Toyota guy over here at Fred Anderson Toyota in Asheville. And I just want to take a few minutes this morning to kind of walk around and show you a few things that we've recently got traded in since the weekend, and some stuff that's on the lot that we haven't had in a while that I wanted to point out. Basically things that, you know, I would love to own if it were me, or just great deals, or just something kind of unique. So yeah, well, first off, let me show you a few things that are sitting here behind me. Alrighty, so we'll start out first off with this pre-owned 2021 Tacoma TRD Off-Road, and this one is in probably a lot of people's favorite color, voodoo blue. Now this one is not a premium, so it does not have like leather and sunroof. It's not a pro, but is the TRD Off-Road with the rear locker, with the A-track, with the crawl control, and the multi-terrain selector. This one also has the XP or the Predator package. So as you can see, it's got the black TRD wheels with the, I believe they're Goodyear Wrangler all-terrains, and then you also have the Predator bars and the black badging to go along with that. Really nice truck. Honestly, I'm pretty sure this is the first voodoo blue Tacoma I've seen in a while. Actually, it's probably the only one I've ever seen over here, at least on the pre-owned side, traded in, and it's a 2021. So it's gonna have all the same modern tech as a new one. So yeah, that's a good way to start things. Next is this 2012 Scion IQ. These are just quirky little cars that I've always kind of had a fascination for. And again, it's just another one of those things where I've never seen one of those over here pre-owned. In general, you don't even really see these a lot. They weren't obviously a super hot seller when they sold, but it's basically like if you take a Toyota Yaris and cut it in half. That's what you get. So it's very much like a smart car. It's got a tiny little, I think it's a 4-cylinder. But it's a really cool car. This one, I believe, only has like maybe 60 or 70,000 miles, which is really good for a 2012. This would be like an absolute perfect kind of around town, you know, economy car. And what's kind of funny with these is you can kind of see over there on the left, these do actually have a back seat. I'm not exactly sure why. I've never understood that. It's always kind of the funniest thing about these. But if you want to, you know, get something really kind of cheap for transportation, or a good first car for somebody, or if you've got like a pull behind camper or something like that, or if you got a camper and you want to pull a car behind it rather, this would be a perfect car to stick behind it. I've talked to people with smart cars who've bought those cars and put them in their race car trailer with a like a drag car, so that way they can have a car to pull out to go to and from town when they're at the races and stuff, so they don't have to move their trailer around. So all kinds of neat reasons why these things exist, and I just think they're super quirky, kind of cool, and I wanted to showcase it. Next up is this 2012 Hyundai Genesis sedan. Normally I don't get super hyped up about Hyundais. You know, they make pretty good cars, but they're just kind of, you know, plain Jane. But this is a specific car that I actually made, not this one specifically, but ones just like this were ones I was actually looking to buy about a year ago, specifically because this is of the early era of the Genesis sedan. Nowadays, they have the Genesis sedan, they had that whole Equus brand they tried out for a while, which was basically meant to be their top of the line luxury brand. But this is a full-size sedan with a V8. I believe it's a 4.6 liter V8. But as you can kind of see, minus the Hyundai badge on the trunk here, there's not a whole lot of Hyundai badging on this, more of the Genesis badges than anything else. But these are really nice. I think this one's like a platinum or a titanium or something like that. But either way, it's a high trim level. Not only does it have the V8, you can kind of see here it's got pretty large brake calipers, you know, for a sedan this size. These are really kind of a fun daily driver, especially with the V8. And if you read the reviews, they're actually pretty reliable. It's a pretty solid engine choice. Really nice interior too. Again, for a 2012 Hyundai, that is. It's got tons of features. So you've got lane departure warning system. You've got adaptive cruise, which again, this is 2012 we're talking about, in a Korean car, not, you know, Lexus, not, you know, Toyota, none of that. But in 2012, you could get these features like the adaptive cruise. You've got, of course, your Bluetooth, 6 CD and DVD changer, so I'm guessing there's some sort of entertainment that you can kind of play on there. But just really nice features. Like, I mean, they're not super over the top like a BMW or Mercedes might be, but just a really clean interior. There should be navigation built in on there, which is actually kind of the preferred screen you want. You also have ventilated and heated seats, which is really kind of cool, again, in a Hyundai. Yeah, you can see here's the GPS and everything on there. You can see it's just got really nice leather perforated seats, and same thing in the rear. And if I hop into the back seat here, You can actually see, again, really nice soft leather again. And as you open up the center console back here, you also have heated rear seats. So again, just a really kind of a cool car. I'll be curious to see this one on the lot after it's cleaned up, because you just don't really see these anymore. But yeah, really unique, and I think it's only like $12,000 or $13,000. So if you're looking for a really nice daily driver with a lot of features and really some good power, this is definitely a solid option. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a preview of things to come. Of course, everything's already on the website, including all the stuff that we already have out here. Every time I do this, there's a semi truck or a dump truck that goes by. It's all the construction. But yeah, everything's on the website, of course, including all the stuff that's already out here on the lot, which is a ton of like Jeep Wranglers. I've got a ton of RAV4s. I've got a few Tacomas, some Tundras, and I've even got some Volkswagen Atlases, some different, like an Audi SQ5. So all kinds of things, all makes and models, including a Porsche as well. Porsche I traded in just a few weeks back. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. Thanks.